Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day today. And I hope you guys had a great holiday and a great Christmas. So today I want to go over the 2023 slate of everything that we're going to get. Star Wars shows, books, at least the ones I'm interested in, and games. So basically kind of like an itinerary for what to expect in 2023, which is just around the corner, a couple days left. And everything you can expect from me and everything I'll be covering on the channel. So let's get right into it. This information is coming from Star Wars Newsnet.com, and there are some things that they didn't list, some things that I'll go over myself because I think they're just talking about shows specifically, and this information came out about a week ago. So let's get right to it. They write, as 2022 comes to a close, Disney is already looking ahead to next year, where 3 new live action and 3 animated Star Wars series will premiere on Disney Plus that we know of. There might be more added, who knows? And this is not to mention all the things that we're going to get to know about at Star Wars Celebration in the UK, which I hope to go to, but I don't know, tickets, they all sold out. While all 6 titles had been confirmed to be coming next year, the studio has also provided the official synopsis for all of them. So that's something new in today's information, and in today's video we're going to go over. So The Mandalorian, Bad Batch, they all have synopsis that we can go over. Synopses. In some cases, for the first time, check out the list below, which was put together in what we assume will be the order of release. Now, The Bad Batch Season 2, which was supposed to come out, I believe, September 20-something, 27 or something like that, was delayed to January 4th. So Season 2 will be the first thing to kick off 2023, and you guys can expect watch parties every single week, as well as every week on Monday. Nerd Theory, where Josh and I will go over everything from the previous week's episode, as we get ready for the episode the next night, basically. So watch parties will be Tuesday nights at 11:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 2:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anyone in Europe, like UK or whatever time, that would be 7:30 in the morning, something like that, so 8:30 in the morning. When the new seasons of Star Wars The Bad Batch opens, months have passed since the events on Okay, cool. So it's not like right away since Season 1. And the Bad Batch continue their journey navigating the Empire after the fall of the Republic. They will cross paths with friends and foes, both new and familiar, as they take on a variety of thrilling mercenary missions that will take them to unexpected and dangerous new places. So with the Bad Batch, of course, briefly I'll say, I'm looking forward to the most is to dive into Mount Tantiss and to see if there are any sort of experiments being created at that lab. That was a really cool part of Heir to the Empire, and we could see potentially crossover with Thrawn, maybe his army that he's making that he had cloned. Who knows what they're doing, or Snoke perhaps, whatever they want to tie into with Palpatine's creations. Release date January 4th, 2023. This is a 16 episode run. We're getting 2 episodes on January 4th, and that means it'll take us all the way to March 30th. And the reason for that is we get 2 episodes January 4th, and then 2 more episodes, I think, somewhere in February, and then 2 more for the finale, I think it is. So it kind of speeds it up a bit, but that's okay since we have The Mandalorian coming March 1st, Season 3. The journeys of The Mandalorian through the Star Wars galaxy continue. Once a lone bounty hunter, Din Djarin has reunited with Grogu. And if you don't know this, you gotta watch Book of Boba Fett, episode, I think, 6, 7, and 8, I believe. It's in the Book of Boba Fett. He basically gets reunited with Grogu because Grogu doesn't want to be a Jedi anymore. Meanwhile, the New Republic struggles to lead the galaxy away from its dark history. The Mandalorian will cross paths with old allies and make new enemies as he and Grogu continue their journey together. So we also know that Bo-Katan is probably going to be more of a antagonist in this one, as she wants to be the ruler of Mandalore, and also Din Djarin isn't a Mandalorian anymore. Part of his new creed, that new creed of Mandalorians where you can't remove your helmet. And this is, of course, to kind of protect themselves from the Empire and whatever may be trying to attack them by blending in. So you don't know how many there are. But of course, this isn't the Death Watch style. So we'll see what happens with that. March 1st, 2023. I think it's 8 episodes long, so it's 8 weeks. I doubt they're going to do 2 episodes in one shot in the first night. So that'll take us up to, what is that, end of April? If they do 2 episodes, end of April, very end of April. And then, of course, we get Star Wars Celebration in the UK at the end of April as well. So what kind of show are we going to get after that? It would probably be sometime in June. I would say much like Kenobi. Who knows? or, and maybe even end of May. Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures. Set during the High Republic era, Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures follows younglings as they study the way of the Force and learn valuable skills needed to become Jedi: compassion, self-discipline, teamwork, patience, and friendship. It will be first full-length animated Star Wars series created for preschoolers. So this comes in 2023. We don't know when it's going to be released yet. Personally, I don't even know if I'll really watch that, to be honest. Visions Volume 2. Now, I will interject and say there are two things not listed here, which rightfully so, they have nothing to do with shows. Jedi Survivor, the game, which I'm looking forward to doing streams on with the channel, March 16th or 17th. It comes out. So that's going to be pretty... So there's some websites say 16th, some websites say 17th. At midnight, it's going to drop, and we're all going to stream it. So it's going to be fun. Anyways, that comes out. And also, in between March 1st and March 16th or 17th, there is a Jedi Fallen Order book, which takes place in between Fallen Order and Survivor, which is a 5-year gap, and it kind of like gets you up to date from when you do play the game. So you sort of understand stuff. Visions! Star Wars Visions is an animated anthology series featuring celebratory expressions of Star Wars storytelling. 7 Japanese anime studios brought their unique talents and perspectives to Star Wars Visions Volume 1. Launching in 2023, Volume 2 will feature stories from creative teams from Chile, France, Japan, India, Ireland, Spain, South Africa, South Korea, UK, and the US to showcase the incredible animation happening across each country and culture through the mythos of Star Wars. Visions Season 1 was hit or miss. Some of the episodes were absolutely phenomenal, amazing, loved it, and some of them were just kind of boring for me. I didn't really care for them. Like the episode 1 Jabba thing where the dude was just like singing. Whatever. Ahsoka, set right after the fall of the Empire. So after Return of the Jedi. Star Wars Ahsoka follows the former Jedi Knight Ahsoka Tano as she investigates an emerging threat to a vulnerable galaxy. So essentially she's just going after Kanan. She's going with Sabine, and she's going to try and find Thrawn, who is with Kanan at this time. Now we've heard lots of leaks, and I've gone over a bunch of different things, as well as on Nerd Theory, where we're going into a place called the Beyond. Potentially, these are the rumors, which who knows if they're true. I'm just commenting on them. Which is going to focus more on magic, because there is another rival to the Force in Star Wars, if you didn't know, and that is magic. Sith magic, dark side magic, whatever you want to call it. Magic does exist, and Palpatine knew how to use it. So did the Night Sisters. Palpatine pretty much knew how to do everything. Lightsaber combat, everything. Skeleton Crew. Supposedly this is going to come in 2023. I highly doubt that. I don't know. It could. If they do, they're really just jam-packing everything into 2023, which would be nice for a change, because they just really make everything dry for Star Wars. It's like we'll get like 2 shows, and that'll be pretty much it. And like no games or anything. Star Wars Skeleton Crew, set in the New Republic era, is about a group of kids lost in the Star Wars galaxy trying to find their way home. This could be fun. This is like a Goonies adventure kind of thing. This is like a sort of, maybe even a Guardians of the Galaxy type of adventure, but just with kids. Or perhaps even like It, if they want to get a little scary and freaky. Maybe they find some monsters in space. I don't know where they want to go with it. Is it going to be about Force users particularly? Will they talk about Force users? The time of the New Republic era is, after all of this stuff with the Jedi. So the legend of Luke is still quite strong. We'll see if they want to incorporate that, or if it's going to completely focus on something else that has nothing to do with the Force, which I wouldn't be surprised if they did. Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni are on the project, which is promising, which is great. Details about the series are being kept out in the Outer Rim, but reports indicate that Kiriana, Crater, and Ravi will play 2 of the 4 kids. The show has been in production in Los Angeles and other California locations since early July, and it has either wrapped by now or is about to. John Watts will also be directing for the series, with Chris Ford acting as the main writer. So that is pretty much it for 2023. We have a full slate of stuff. The main things I'm looking forward to the most: Bad Batch, Mandalorian, Ahsoka, Jedi Survivor. That's it for me. So we got 4 major things, and after that comes Visions Season 2. Beyond that, I don't know if we'll get Skeleton Crew. I'd be surprised if we did, if they're really gonna like just pack everything in 2023. They might, because Acolyte may even come out in 2023 as well, or they might push it into 2024, maybe the fall, maybe the spring, maybe the summer. That's a show I'm really looking forward to as well. Rumored synopsis about that is there is a Acolyte who's a girl, and she had a Force-sensitive sister or brother or something like that, and these Jedi came to this village where the girl was, and they came there to collect the Force-sensitive child, right, the sister of who this Acolyte potentially will be. And the villagers say, look, we've had these raiders come to our village every so often years, and they just destroy us. They kill us, and we would like your help. And so if you help us, we will give you our Force-sensitive child. And so the Jedi agree, of the High Republic era. And when it comes time to protecting them from the raiders, they don't. They don't show up. Suppose this is the rumor. So everyone dies except for one of the people, which is the sister, who wasn't taken. This is the one who watched her sister be taken, the Force-sensitive one, the special one. And she basically, goes off with a dark side user who has like long silver hair. It's a guy, and basically learns the dark side and vows to destroy the Jedi who, corrupted her whole family, took her sister away, and abandoned them and didn't uphold their promise. If that's true, that seems like a pretty damn interesting premise. The execution, though, of course, could be totally lame. We don't know. The premise of Obi-Wan Kenobi is you don't need a premise. You're returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're bringing the show back. But again, they focused on Reva the whole freaking time, and they just some ridiculous things, such as Reva surviving 2 stabs from Anakin and Vader and living, and I'm still so annoyed about that. But anyways, who knows what they do? It's Disney. You never really know where it's going to go. It really just depends who the director and writer is at this point. And with Dave behind things, I hope so far that he's going to keep up with the consistency that George created in Star Wars. And he's done a fine job. Him and John actually seem like they give a damn about everything. They don't have the ideology or the idea of sort of like licking the bag of Cheetos and putting it back on the shelf of the grocery store, or licking the produce and putting it back on the shelf of the grocery store kind of thing, which is what I feel like some others have done with Star Wars. But I digress. What has happened what has happened, so we shall move on. Anyways, this seems to be everything with Star Wars in 2023. We have a very full slate, and once The Mandalorian finishes, we will have completed Bad Batch, Jedi Survivor, and Mandalorian Season 3, and then we will get Star Wars Celebration in the UK, which we will get a whole new slate of stuff to come out in 2024, 2025, and 2026, and maybe even beyond. Books, comics, movies, which would be cool, which are rumored to be sequel trilogy stuff, shows, and video games. So that's cool. We'll do another one of these videos when that comes out. But until then, this is what we have. And this is a lot of stuff. This is a lot of really cool stuff. And this is only like covering the first half of, whatchamacallit. Well, we don't know when Ahsoka comes out. This is only like the first quarter, really. The first quarter of 2023. And that's pretty exciting. It's nice that we actually get quite a bit of Star Wars for once, which is great. We haven't had this sort of feeling since, I would say, when Rogue One and then The Last Jedi came out. And then Solo. It was like, they were like packing a lot of stuff. And now with Disney Plus, of course, we're gonna get a lot more shows and everything, because they want to keep the subscriptions up. So hey, anyways, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what show you are most excited for and which one you want to see the soonest, or are there some that you just don't even want to see at all and you're gonna just hold out for one show in particular, like Mando or Ahsoka, or are you completely done? Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your thoughts and read your comments down below in the comment section, and I will see you all in the next episode on Star Wars Theory. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you